Yeah.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Back live at the 2019 Barry Hooey One-Time Memorial. This is the second annual. We got the championship final here, guys. Russ Whittle won the A side. Johnny's going to have to beat him twice. Once here on the 9-foot playing 9-ball, and once on the bar box playing 8-ball on the diamond 7-footer. We're playing in Calgary, Alberta at the Leather Pocket. He's got 8 9-foot diamonds here, 8 7-foot diamonds, and 6 Valley bar boxes. What a room. Great all-day rates. Play all day on the diamond 9-foot for $20. Can't beat that. Make sure you guys are clicking that share button lots during this match for us. Gonna be a good one. Both of these guys have played absolutely fantastic to get to this spot in the tournament. We had a really stacked 45-player field. 46 players, actually. Correction.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that was a all-star field.
Yeah, this was, I mean, all Calgary tournaments are tough, but this one was up there real tough. Lots of champions. Could have been anybody in this final, really, but both these guys have fought super hard to get here. Johnny with the breakout on the 2. What a shot. Nice way to start his campaign there in the final. In case you guys are wondering, you're listening to Ben Francis here.
And Ryan Epp.
Beside me, Mr. Ryan Epp.
We'll get Grant maybe sit in a little bit. He's doing up some of those viewer advantage tickets. We're going to draw at the end of this.
Yeah.
If you guys want in, now's the time.
$700 shopping spree this time. Something a little new. Yeah, Johnny flinched on that one.
Although he's not bad.
He did get away with it. Russ has been playing 9-ball for 3 days. He's got these safeties dialed in. He's playing smart pool.
Well, and he was that whole match that Johnny was playing over there. Russ was hitting racks on this table.
A good 90% of that match,
Yeah.
Russ was over here making sure he was going to be ready for this final. You know he wants to win. Means a lot to these guys who knew Hooey well. Russ knew Hooey really well, of course, for years. Not to mention the difference in prize money. $1,700 the winner's going to take home here. Second's going to get $1,070. Pretty big gap there.
$630 match. Race to 9.
Potentially one race to 9, but if Johnny wins this race to 9, it's going to move on over to the bar box, the diamond box, and we're going to play one more set, race to 6 for the title.
I think if I had to pick, I'd favor John over Russ on the 9-foot, but Russ over John on the bar box.
Yeah, I don't know, and I would think that too, but Johnny's been playing so good on the bar box. Look at the players he beat on the box. He beat everyone. He beat everyone. He beat Joe today. He beat Steven today. He beat Clint today. He played unreal. He beat Jordan 6-0 in about half an hour.
Yeah. I don't know if Russ is able to see that whole ball.
Yeah, if he can't see enough to cut it, he'll just hit it and stick it there. Bank the 3 around, but I think he's got enough to spin this in. Little left siding helps it. Yeah, no, he couldn't see enough to make it.
Lucky he didn't make that on the side. He wouldn't like that.
Or if it hits that horn and comes back towards the cue ball, right?
Yeah.
He got a little fortunate there. Nonetheless, a good shot, and good evening, Jeff.
And see, as good as Russ plays, I wouldn't have never expected him to be in the A-side final on the 9-foots the whole time.
Well, I know how good Russ plays, so this was not a big surprise to me.
No.
I've seen Russ play unbelievable good 9-ball on a 9-foot.
See, and I very rarely, because he doesn't play a whole lot on the 9-foots.
But you watch his stroke; he's so buttery smooth, right? So I mean, the balls just go in on any table when you hit it. That's
on any table. I think you put him on
and he watches enough.
Yeah,
9-ball, and he knows the strategy well, right?
Just with that field, though, I don't know. I would.
He wasn't the favorite to win the A side. That's for sure, right? Look at this shot from Johnny. I can't believe he didn't make that ball.
Nice.
It looked like he was going to make it. He hit it so good. And it looks like he got rewarded. He hasn't sold out a shot here.
No. This is tough to get safe here now. Right on the rail.
I think as tough as this is, you need to bank this 3 behind the 5 and leave the cue ball right around the 6. That's a really tough task, but I don't know if there's a much better shot here. You could just cut the 3 to the 6 and maybe get the cue ball behind the 5. That's what he's trying.
He's got it.
Oh, what a shot from Russ Whittle there. Very nice.
He's got that weight dialed in on that table. That's going to be tough for Johnny coming off that 7-foot to this.
Johnny warmed up for a little while, so he should be okay. Yeah, Ryan Ewing in the house. What's up, buddy? Ryan's Johnny's buddy from Thunder Bay, where Johnny grew up.
It's a good hit, and he got a good result.
Yeah, Johnny's been playing unreal today. Just really, really good. He played good yesterday, obviously, just to get to today, but today he's playing fantastic. It's been a joy to watch. Ryan was actually on the Canadian international team at VNEA last year, 2018. We won that little event.
Look at that save.
Yeah, Russ is not going to just give this away. Johnny's going to have to keep kicking until something good happens.
A nice little sign of respect there. You see Johnny put his cue down on the table.
Yeah, when you see players do that, that's what that is. That's just the little
nice shot.
Nice shot. Yeah. Yeah, Johnny's one of those guys. He watches a lot of snooker, plays a lot of snooker. He knows the respect of the game well. He's always been that player.
Yeah. Well, and him and Russ know each other really well, too. So this whole tournament, everybody knew everybody that's playing in it. And that's the great pool family we have.
Oh, he misjudged that. But ball in hand here is not a walk in the park. He's going to look at playing the 3 in the top right, but I don't know how great that is. He actually might play this 3-ball combination or the 3 in the top left, but that's tricky too.
Yeah. I don't mind a 3-ball combination there, especially with ball in hand.
I think you can control it here. 6 is nice and close to the hole, so I think you can control this. He's going to play another safe. That's what he's going to do.
I wonder if he can lock him up. I think he can freeze him to the bottom side of that 7.
I think it's going to be a pretty tight safe. There's not going to be an easy rail to kick this ball because Russ is going to take away the left side rail. And I don't know if you can go to the right side rail here and get the cue out of the way and get, miss the rub on the 7. So Johnny's looking up table here.
That's tough with that 5-ball where that's sitting.
Johnny, he does kick really well. So, I mean, this kick is on.
I think you're going to want to hit this a little bit of speed, though, too, to try to get some separation.
I might even just try to hit half of it and go side to side with it, maybe. Yeah. I mean, that's not easy to do.
No.
He misjudged
you have to hold it, or try to hold it with that 5-ball.
And Russ should run out here. I mean, the 3 foul's on, but there's no reason to. The 6 is over the hole.
No, and there's not really an easy lock-up safe from right here either.
And first game, I mean, if you do have that option, you don't usually want to take it in the first game. Well, you want to get into a rhythm, get into a stroke, so why not take the ball in hand and run the balls, right?
He's just got to shape that 4-ball.
He's actually looking at a safety here. He's looking at if he could bank the 3 up table and get behind the 7, then he might do it, but yeah, I feel like if you land anywhere on the 4, you're okay here, right?
Yeah, I mean, he just plays it over to the rail and up towards that side pocket.
Yeah, get that cue ball on that left side rail, and then
come around 2
can't
rails
really
for
go
the
wrong.
5, yeah.
And if you end up 2 straight, then you just play the 5 next in the bottom left.
Yeah. I think, like we saw earlier, I think he's starting to overthink this.
Well, and he does this sometimes, but you'll see him take his time and play unreal pool too, so
yeah.
a very calculated player. Get him on a bar box and the tables are open, and he plays pretty quick. He's a pretty speedy player.
Yeah, he's shaking his head. He doesn't like it, but
this
again, I think he's overthinking a little bit. He's such a good shot.
I think this comes down to, like we were talking about, how much he plays this game.
Yeah.
Which isn't very much. So maybe the strategy isn't like as obvious as it would be to somebody who plays a lot of 9-ball, right?
Yeah, now he's taking my shot. You want to be up towards that side pocket.
Yeah, and
he's pretty straight. He can just sort of stun it out and play the 5 in his bottom left now.
Yeah, and if he doesn't like that, he can still just go 1 rail up and down, but...
Oh, rattled it. He's trying to hold it.
Oh, he extremely mishit it. Even if he had made that at that angle on the 5, he was not looking good. I mean, it wouldn't have been there if he made it, of course, but...
First gift to Johnny.
And this could be big, and people think, oh, a race of 9 is a long race, but
goes quick.
First game in any race is really big. Because if, you win the first 2 games, and all of a sudden there's a lot of heat on the other guy.
Well, that's just giving Johnny confidence here now, too.
Well, and you're the one getting in stroke, right?
Yeah.
While the other guy's sitting over there stewing about it.
He's got a nice angle to come around a couple rails here for that 9, top left. Underhit it.
He's okay. This is getting there. These are pretty quick. These 9-foot diamonds in here, they play awesome. They're just the best tables around.
John draws first blood.
Johnny Pay Pompey is in the house, folks. Last match to get in on
our viewer advantage, but this is our next event coming up that we have scheduled so far. We're going to do some stuff in between in December here with some Q&A sessions maybe, but our next tournament is the Ashton Twins Classic, January 2nd to 5th, Grey Eagle Event Center. If you guys want in that, you can contact Joanne at the Hidden Spot. It is a pro ladies event, $20,000 added, but they are running amateur ladies and men's event alongside.
It's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss that one, folks. If you're in the area, come watch. If not, you can catch it free on Q Sports Live here.
They got believe me, that pro lady field, they got the top pro ladies coming from around the world for that.
Yeah. Oh, that's a who's who of pool, right? Allison Fisher. I think Kelly Fisher's in now, too. Taruko. Brittany Bryant. They got April Larson.
And
pretty much a who's who of ladies pool, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember a couple of the other names on the list. It'll come back to me.
Christina Catch, I know she was in there too. Yeah.
That's who I was thinking of.
Jennifer Beretta recently confirmed her entry. That's a stacked field, people. Not going to want to miss that. Look at this bank from Russ Whittle. Is he going to maybe
Emily
cut
Duddy
this ball
could be another one coming. She's come to the last couple anyway. Yeah.
Kaylin, got to get on that passport. Got to get on that passport.
You got to be able to get it within a month. We can get ours within like 4 days here if you want.
You pay for the rush ship. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Jeremiah. Excited for Beretta. Russ Whittle, he's kicking at this 3-ball, and he's going to put a little speed behind this. It's going to try to hit the top side of it and get the cue ball not behind there, but
he got good with the double kiss.
He wanted to hit the top side of it and go behind the 7. He had the 7-6, 5-9 as a wall there. Double kiss to perfection.
Yeah. John might have the edge of it. Maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely got the edge here, but it's tough to get a good safe. You need to...
Kaylin, we yelled at you last year. I think that was your excuse, wasn't it? Just to give you a hard time.
See what Johnny did there? What a shot. he's accepting that, Russ will probably make this 3, but
there's the snooker.
He's going to have
him long and hard.
Yeah, and he's going to have distance to the 4, which makes getting to the 5 tough, and that's why Johnny played that shot the way he did there.
And
it's bottom a shot.
Yeah. And we're going to be streaming both events, the amateur and the pro side, so we'll have 2 streams running at that event.
Yeah, somebody asked how old Johnny was. Yeah, I think 43, 44.
He's close to Grant and I's age. Nice cut in the side.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Beautiful shot from Johnny there. Now he's got to get this cue ball all the way over to the right. This is a bit of a punchy shot.
Looks like Bev just joined in the room, so.
Yeah, he overcut it. What's going to happen here, though?
No.
Oh, that's not an easy path to get back to this 5 ball, so he might play a little safe here, and that's what he's going to do. Chip underneath. But does he leave the window? No, he doesn't. The 9 ball's in the way there.
There's Bev. We were just talking about your tournament.
He did have the window to the hit, and he played another good containing safe. He hasn't got the hook, but it's not always so important as long as you leave a lot of distance here.
So there, Bev's in the room. If you guys want any questions about that Ashton Twins Classic we just had up on the screen, ask away. Maybe she can answer.
Hey, Bevy. Window again. Russ says, wow, how many windows am I going to leave? Draw this back. Play the 5 in the top left. A little bit of angle would be nice here.
That 4 ball jumped out of that pocket.
It looked like it might come back up there. 2 rails, play the 6 in the same pocket. He needs to slow down a bit. Now he needs to power draw this and miss the 9 here. All the way to the right side rail where the chalk is and back over to middle table. Not easy. He can do it the other way with bottom inside and go 3 rails, but I don't like that here. He's going to go forward and rub the 9 and see what he gets.
Safe.
Miss the pot.
Get safe.
And he got safe. It's been a weird first 2 games here, but they'll settle in.
Russ probably thinking to himself, what do I got to do to buy a leave?
Yeah, well, usually in these situations, I'm just thinking they can have all the luck at the start. I'll take it at the end.
Yeah. I'll give you the first game. Yeah.
Yeah, they can have the good rolls at the start.
Pomp beat him.
You pay pomp beat him, yeah. That's what we call it on Barry's team there. Jet Setter's team. We call it pay pomp beat him when you get away with murder like that. Look at this. What's going to happen here? Oh, I thought he might flick the 9 and get safe somehow, but he's left this in a good spot for Johnny. He just needs to pot this ball. This little stun shot here is fine.
Yeah, not very hard. You want to leave yourself some angle. But he's got to hit it.
Extremely mishit it. Does it get by the side and make this funny?
I think he can cut it up.
He can, and he can just roll it here. He misses the horn. And he likes to take his time on these ones to kind of give it the be sure. He's going to go over and look to see where he's on the 7 once he pots this. Got to get all the way back down for the 8 after. We got a few camera angles on this one table, so maybe gives you a bit of a better idea what he's looking at here. This one gives you a good view. Doesn't look that tough. Just need to pot it. Oh, and he rattled it. So still yet to settle in these
like
2.
He hit that pretty good, but just that
diamond
touch
table.
Off. Yeah, deep shelf.
Diamond
tight pockets.
table, folks. Real tight. That's what we love about him, right? You live and die on that. Oh, he crushed this.
Is that adrenaline?
Yeah, first couple games, like I said, they'll settle in. They'll settle in, and then they'll be firing.
Although he was practicing this bank.
I don't know if you take this on, though, because it's tough to get shape. That's what he's looking at. If he goes 3 rails or if he goes forward over there, can he make the 8 after?
Ooh, that was close.
And he got the cue ball good. Look at that. And
That's not easy.
Yeah, he hasn't left it easy again for Russ. Russ has shot a couple of tricky shots here already. Corey, first prize, $1,700. Second prize, $1,070. These guys are playing for $630 here. Russ has to try to cut this ball in. There's
nowhere to hide.
I mean, there's a little chip safe, but it doesn't usually buy you the win.
No.
Like if you just hit the right side of the 7, bank it to the middle diamond on the left rail, on the end rail there, and bring the cue ball towards the 9. That's the safe, but tough to get the hook there, and doesn't usually win you the game. You can cut this in. This is very makeable. Looks a little tougher from that side view. I think from this view it looks very makeable here. You don't have to worry too much about the cue ball. It's just going back and forth.
Yeah.
8's nice and close to the hole. The shot's a little easier when you can get some speed behind it too, so keep the line straight.
Well, you can put a good stroke on this and just go back and forth a couple times. Anywhere out to center table and you're good for that 8 ball.
Yeah, exactly. As long as he doesn't end up on the left side of the 8, he's fine. Yeah, he doesn't like it. He does go for the cut. Is it going to sell out or is it going to leave a funny bank again? These guys are not selling out. They're missing good.
It's right on the rail. That makes that tough.
Oh, it makes this bank quite a bit tougher, but Johnny's going to shoot it. And he drains it. Nothing but net. That might pick up the confidence a little, you know, after a couple of missed pots.
Yeah.
That bank off the rail like that might settle him in here.
The last few shots he used, or last 5 minutes, he was banking everything for his warm-up. And he was putting them straight in like that. So
that's what you want to do because you know you're going to be banking some balls playing Russ 9 ball, right?
Yeah. This is your last chance to get on this, guys. Viewer Advantage shopping spree, $700. Any way you want it at one of our sponsors, or all of them. Jacoby Q's, Jam Up Apparel, Thumper Jump Break, Brutal Game Gear, or JB Cases. $20 a ticket. You can email that to qsportslive@gmail.com, or if you're outside of Canada and you want in, send a message to the page. Grant will do up some tickets and send them off to you.
Time's running out.
We're going to draw it after this match.
It's going to be after the championship final here. So if Johnny Pay Pompey wins this match, we're going to head on over to the Diamond Bar Box for a race to 6 for all of it.
Russ has been breaking good. That's the one thing he's been doing the whole tournament here.
And look at this. Do you think he slashes at this 2-9? There's a little bit of distance there. I don't know if this is...
Is there an easy safe?
Yeah, I think there's a relatively easy one where you just chip
thin
the two up to the top rail and leave the cue ball on the left side rail.
Or do you thin with the cue ball a little left spin and come in behind that 8 or 4 ball?
And I think that way works too, but it's just a little riskier.
Yeah.
I think the other way is maybe just a little bit safer. You're kind of just like bunting the 2 up there to the top rail.
There is that
window.
There
is
that window between the 4 and the 9.
You'd hate to leave that,
Russ
of course.
keeps leaving the window.
But down 2-0, you might just slash at this combo here. I wouldn't put it by him.
I don't mind doing that.
Oh, he hit it controlled too. You see that? He was like really trying to make it. That was not a slash.
He's left it pretty good. Left maybe the bank if John wants to fire at it. But
oh, Johnny's going to bank at this ball. You better believe it.
How'd he hit it? Close.
With
and
a
he gets
good
safe.
cue ball is how he hit it, folks. Very good shot. He knew if he made it, he could possibly bank the 3 as well. Or he could find a good safe after.
I don't know if there's that window through there. I don't think so. I think that 7 ball's just in the way.
He's got his break cue in his hand, so he's going to just
hop it.
Full cue this over the
it's
edge of the 7.
Yeah.
He hits it good. What's going to happen here? Where's this 2-ball going? Wow. That's a funny spot for it to land. I'm looking right down the barrel. Johnny has almost full ball here. He might just have to...
Does he have enough angle to play safe? Just tap that around the 3?
And that's just such a tough shot. I was thinking about that, but it's... And it might have been his only choice was to do it the way he did it, just thin it. This doesn't leave Russ many options.
Unless you can stick the cue ball right there and avoid that. Oh, yeah. It's going to be tough for that, too, to avoid that 7.
Ryan Ewing, Ryan, buddy, it's qsportslive@gmail.com. Is where you can send that $20, sir.
Well, Russ is running around. I'll
put that poster back up there. There's the address there, Ryan. qsportslive@gmail.com. Lan Fong, this is a true double elimination. So if Johnny wins this set, we're going to head on over to the 7-foot diamond, the bar box. Yeah. Play a race to 6 8-ball for all of it.
Russ has got him pretty good there, too.
That's a good question there on the YouTube. Why do so many really good players seem to be opposite eye dominant? I don't know. It's maybe something with using the other side of your brain well. Shot by Johnny. Nice little ticky shot there to make that ball, but he hasn't got shape.
No, that combo's off angle.
That's a downtown combo, too. You don't want to be shooting that too often. Just going to spin over here. Look at this shot.
Came a little far. He's got the edge of it now, but
I think he was trying to spin into the 4 there. You know, stop the cue ball on the 4, and he got the 2-ball absolutely perfect. Oh, yeah, Patrick, good intensity here already. Actually took the words right out of my mouth there. Look at these guys just, not giving up an inch.
Yeah, let's keep Grant busy writing tickets out, guys. He's sitting here looking bored. He's looking for the e-transfers. He just got yours in, Shirley, so they'll be on the way.
Johnny's got to kick 1 rail here, but he has the top rail as well, so he'd like to catch the 2nd rail here before the 2. Which he did, but not enough of it, I think. Hit it a little thicker than he wanted. Still not easy here, though. I mean, getting shape on the 3 requires a bunch of left spin, a bunch of inside spin here. And then you're going to have a steep angle, and getting back to the 4 is like bringing both side pockets into play, right?
Russ is playing bottom right here.
Spin around the 6 the other way. You got to be careful. That 6 ball's huge on that line.
He's good. But got lucky. Just put 1 and 2.
Well, thank you, Keith. Everyone else out there, if you guys can keep clicking that share button for us, we appreciate it.
Sitting at about 330 people right now, somewhere close to that.
And we got a long ways to go. Still a lot of pool. Race to 9 here. If Johnny wins, we're going to have a 2nd set. It's going to be on the diamond 7-footer, race to 6. He hit it thick. He hit it real thick.
See him tapping those rails.
Yeah, well, it could be playing a little different than today. The sun was shining full force today.
Yeah, it was nice and warm. Yeah,
maybe
it's cool enough.
Chinook coming through a bit because it's supposed to warm up the next few days. So
yeah, it's supposed to be really windy here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to have some effect on the table for sure. As everyone knows, moisture, humidity, although there's not much of that here in Calgary. It's pretty dry here.
A little tight going by.
Yeah, this is steep, and trying to hold this behind the 7 would be ideal, but it's just way too hard, so he might have to just cut this in the side. I really don't think it goes in the top left. Cut it in the side and spin pretty much into the 7. He's playing the corner here.
No, he's going side.
Oh, he did play the side, and he mishit it a bit, but he's not going to sell out again. Look at this. They keep leaving each other tough like this. No one wants to give an inch. Does the 6 pass the 8? Russ says with his body language that it most definitely does not. Prize money, Clayton. $1,700 for first, $1,070 for second. These guys are playing for about $600, $630 difference.
Well, $600 race to 9 or 14, one of the two. Or no, sorry, go 6 on it, or 15.
And while Russ is thinking about this shot, put up the poster of the next tournament we're going to be at. We'll let him shoot first. Since Rick was asking there, what's the next major tourney? It's going to be the Ashton Twins Classic.
It's going to be huge.
January 2nd to 5th. Yeah, you want to talk about major. That's bigger than just major.
I thought it went.
Put that poster up there just real quick for you guys. It's going to be a good one. January 2nd to 5th at the Grey Eagle.
$20,000 added to that pro event. There's going to be money added to the amateur events run alongside as well.
Yeah, if you guys want to enter in either one of those, the alongside amateur events or the pro events, you can contact Joanne Ashton or Bev Ashton.
I believe it's all diamond tables coming up for both. I think I heard.
Or you guys can send us a message and we'll point you in the right direction of how you can get entered in that too.
Yeah, I think there is a couple spots open in the pro event for a couple ladies that want to enter. Not sure if those are full or not, but you can contact Joanne at the hidden spot. She'll be able to tell you. Or like Ben said, message us and we'll send you the contact info.
That's correct, Corey. It's going to go to the bar box. The second set will be on the 7-footer, on the 7-foot diamond, race to 6. Happened last year as well. Stephen Holem double-dipped to win this event. And now Johnny's looking at following up in his footsteps. You better believe he wants this title.
Yeah.
He don't care about the money.
No.
Money's just a bonus. He wants the title. You never forget the title. You just spend the money, right?
Yeah. Well,
money's gone.
Especially with who the tournament's after with Barry. I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah. Massive, massive deal for this guy right here, for sure. We had Nick's Q Innovation in the house all weekend. He was playing in the tournament as well, showing his support, playing well, mind you.
Nick's a great player himself.
And then he grabbed about 20 shafts and cues and stuff and took them back to his shop in his house. He had his work cut out for him when he left here. Great guy there, great prices. Make sure you guys tell him Q Sports Live sent you.
Yeah, a little background with Barry being the team captain of you guys. He's a father figure to all these guys. They looked at him like a second dad. So, I mean, it means a lot to all you guys to play in this and win it, especially to win it.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, he took you guys he was the mentor for all you guys for a few years on that team. And
the reason Stephen Holem ended up in Calgary, ended up playing the way he is now, I'm sure he'll chalk a lot of that up to Barry Hooey bringing him out here.
Yep.
Letting him stay at his place, staking him in some tournaments and some matches. And
yeah, Barry was sort of a flop house for all the pool players.
Just
about.
I think
everybody stayed there at one time or another.
Oh, yeah. He was charging rent to those guys, too. It wasn't for free.
No,
not for everyone.
No, but...
But they loved him, It's the guy in the pictures on the bottom right there if you guys are just tuning in. There's the man right there, yeah. They say he looked a little like George Carlin. You can tell in that picture. Big Flames fan, too.
He was, yeah.
Huge Flames fan.
I love that picture of him there.
Oh, it's one of the best ones for sure. Had his mom and his sister in here today watching. They were here all weekend.
Yeah, and that was just Barry and his mom on the picture on the bottom right. And then you got him with the Ashton Twins.
Oh, yeah, there's so many good pictures in there. Russ Whittle's played pretty good 1 ball, but does this 2 ball cut in from here? I feel like it doesn't. And he's looking at a safe shot. Smart. Very smart from Mr. Whittle there. Trailing 3-0. He's got to try to keep Johnny contained here.
Johnny's going to grab his jump stick.
Oh, yeah, he's already got it in his hand. He probably already had it before Russ played the safe, you know. Ryan Ewing will get it sent out to you, buddy. And good luck, sir. $700 shopping spree, guys. Somebody's going to win it. Make sure you got your entries in.
Yep. Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Mr. Pittman, what's going on, buddy? Where's this 2 going to end up? Right over the pocket? I'm pretty sure, but the 3 is funny here. 3 is funny.
Yeah,
Russ
he looks pretty much dead straight.
Yeah, he needs angle, right? I mean, or needs something here. Maybe the 3-8 combination is fairly easy. It looks like it is, actually.
He's loading up with bottom. Oh, he did have some angle there.
He tried to draw over there. It would surprise me if he was trying to get short side over there. I think misjudged the angle a little bit. He's just going to find another good safe. Thomas on the YouTube says, can they chop? They can do whatever they want, but they're going to play it out. And I'm pretty sure these guys are not chopping.
No.
They both want to win this because this is a
It'd be hard
memorable event, you know.
There's no, I think that's what normally might happen in a regular tournament. This will be, you want the title in this one.
You want the title, yeah. They could do what we call saver, which would be doubtful even here. So I think these guys, and judging by the way this has gone, these first 4 games have been safety, safety. So it's not.
Well, explain what a saver is to some people out there.
Saver would be like instead of chop, like 50%.
We'll give you like 10 or 15.
Yeah, 20%, something like that. Yeah. Let's say you're, playing for $1,000 difference. You play for a $200 difference instead of $1,000. You know what I mean? Take 400 each.
Yeah.
Won't be happening here. You can tell by the way this has gone with the safety plays.
Well, wide open here for us to get on the board now.
Yeah, Johnny made a nice hit there. He had to dart that to get over the ball. He did well to hit it and got some balls moving. That was about all he could do there. Couldn't control that too well.
Keep hitting that share button, guys. See if we can get Facebook over 300. We need to get YouTube's at 93. Let's see if we can get YouTube over 100.
Oh, yeah, Russ is well overhit this ball. He's struggling a little here. Could be a little heat of the moment, I'm not going to put it past him. He doesn't often get shook, but Johnny's got a good lead here. Russ knows he's maybe in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, you do not want 4-0.
And he doesn't want to play that second set. You better believe that.
Oh, yeah.
Lan Fong, hopefully that answered your question there. Johnny needs to win. Needs to win this one and the next one, so.
Nice shot.
That's a very pure stroke. He put that right in the heart, never touched the rail.
And he's got the nice angle on the 5 to come down for that 6 in the same pocket.
Yeah, it looks like he's got just enough angle here. I don't know if just tops just might get him a little too close to the ball, so he might just be punching this a little like a stun follow. Yeah, see how he played it with just that little bit of stun follow rather than just the top. That's what changed the angle just a hair, so he wasn't too close to the 6. Then it wasn't so speed dependent. If he got the speed a little bit wrong, he couldn't really get a bad angle there. He did well here to get a good angle on the 7. Just float this in or just stun over a little. We'll see him just stun over a little bit to the right of the 7. Take a little bit of angle on the 8.
That gives him a nice angle to play that 9 in that same pocket.
I know, I think he'll come above it here, but I mean, I wouldn't put it by him just spinning underneath it. But I think he's got a nice angle to
I think he played, yeah.
Oh, yeah, to play it in the same
pocket.
In the same pocket.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking at first.
I wasn't going to play in the bottom right, no.
Underneath and go in the bottom right. No, he had plenty of angle there. There he is on the board, Mr. Whittle.
So again, here's that viewer advantage one more time. Getting down every game that goes by, chances are going down and getting in on this.
Yeah, I mean, race to 9 here, still a little ways to go. But it could be over at the end of this set, and we're going to do the draw as soon as the final is over, whether that's at the end of this set if Russ wins or at the end of the next set if Johnny wins this set.
Again, there's our next event, Ashton Twins Classic. If you are anywhere within driving distance of here, you want to come up and see that in person.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Even if you're not playing, come watch.
That's what I mean,
sure,
yeah. Top ladies in the world.
Yeah, it's all the best players from everywhere. Russ to break, trailing 3-1. He seems to have this break pretty dialed in, so let's see how he hits this one. He's been making that wing ball a lot, which would be the 8. Being left-handed, he's going to break from the right side of the table. Bridge is a little more comfortable over here.
Mr. Mark Mapatak in the house says hi to everybody.
See that 8 ball go straight in. He's got the wing ball dialed in. But
unlucky.
The 1 ball's maybe sat straight in.
We got that other angle.
If it did, then he can jack up a bit. I think this is still playable.
Yeah, he's got enough space in there. I think just you're going to have to spin around 3 rails to get back on that 2 ball.
Yeah, you got to let the cue ball fly here. Like watch the 5, the 9, the 6, the 3, everything kind of don't want to crash.
Look at that angle. You come just below the 5, but it's that 6 and 3 ball over there is where you're coming through.
Yeah, even the 9 could come into play if that angle sharpens up by the 5, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any good safe here. There really isn't, other than maybe if he could chip onto the 4, maybe make the 4 instead of the 1, but I don't like that either.
No. And the other thing with him shooting this right, or he's left-handed, he's looking away from the pocket, which makes that tougher too.
Oh yeah, left or right-handed there. You're shooting to a blind pocket. That sucks. Yeah. That's never easy, right? He played a good safe. He did find a good safe there. He's got cover. Johnny's reaching for the thumper again, it looks like here. But he might have to kick off the side rail for this one because I don't know how much good the jump does him. The 2 might be in the way as well. If it's not, he's going to jump this full cue. He's not breaking this down. This thumper gets over nice full cue. Watch this, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, see, the 2 was in the way a little bit, so I think the kick was maybe the better shot there. Got over the 6 nice and easy, just didn't control the angle.
Here's a nice table for us to get back to 3-2.
Oh, yeah, and that 3-2 is still anyone's match. Race to 9. I mean, we saw Clint come back from 7-1 deficit earlier to get it to 8-7 before he lost 9-7 to Russ here.
He says he'll buy all your drinks for you, Vino.
Drinks on Johnny Pay Pompey. Yeah, we're hoping he snaps this one off, and then he said he's gonna buy team dinner or something, you know.
Team dinner at McDonald's.
Hey, I'll take whatever I can get, but we usually make a point to do that, you know, when we're all playing together, right?
Winner buys dinner.
Even though it's a singles tournament, you know, it's.
He doesn't want it straight.
Oh yeah, that's the last place he wants to be. So your options here are power draw it.
I think you got to do that.
or stop it right there, take the bank, maybe with the two-way. I don't know. I don't like that because the cue ball is going to be on the rail.
Yeah, I'd draw this back.
He's got the Jacoby. He can power draw this.
Oh, yeah.
It bites that cue ball super easy.
Oh, he's got the stroke to do it, too.
Oh, it's just buttery smooth, so his draw comes nice and easy to him.
Yeah, I don't even think he has to hit this that hard.
You know what the other issue is? The bridge. See how he has to close his bridge? He doesn't like it.
Right-handed or left-handed?
Being lefty, he can't get his hand in there properly. You just end up on that one funny spot, you know?
Let me play this forward and bank it in the side if you want to go for that. So you will come off the rail just a touch that way.
Forward. Yeah, that's
not hard enough.
He might get there.
He's got there.
What a nice shot. What a great shot. I knew that was sort of an option, but I just thought, nah, it's the last thing you do because it's easy to catch it just a millimeter or two full and you're dead. You're going to follow it right in. But like we said, Russ has that smooth stroke. He can make some great things happen with that cue ball.
You don't want him finding that stroke if you're Johnny.
Well, that's actually a very important note there, sir, is Johnny doesn't want to let that lead slip away. Russ finds a stroke and comes back. I mean, it's going to get tough.
You overhit that, but, I mean, you're...
Only by about 8 feet.
No, he likes the side.
I think he wanted to be center table, but he overcut that ball by a lot.
He played a couple earlier down into the side, but, I mean, he's got every pocket available for that, depending on where you're at, so...
Yeah, as long as he wasn't on the rail, he's okay, and it just stopped enough he's not on the rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cass Burns heard team dinner. I think you had to play this tournament, though, Cass.
Yeah, I think so.
I know you're working, so it's okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, I never expected him to miss that, even though he got a little funny. And I don't think John was going to get a shot until that rub, and now he's relatively...
into the side.
I wouldn't say straight in the side, but this is very makeable in the side.
Well, on a little soft draw, and you leave that cue ball frozen to this bottom rail as a two-way.
As a bit of a two-way, yeah.
In the heart. Almost.
Yeah, that is a fantastic shot from John there. Really nicely done.
And at that speed, if he had caught that short rail, that was going down towards that top rail center table. So
yeah, as long as he doesn't hit the outside horn there, then he's okay. But he drained it. Might see that sweet jam-up shirt he's wearing there. That's the one we use for our team shirts. The Alberta Cup shirt. Yeah, we used it for Vegas last year there. Styling shirts. We love them. Got the Calgary on the back, you know, got to represent.
Well, yeah, it's got the city skyscape there.
Yeah, the skyline, yeah. The downtown skyline.
Yeah.
Pretty styling shirt, that one. He's coming with the more controlled break here. Didn't really crush that one.
He's left the one.
Trying to control it a little more and make sure he makes the wing ball. I think he needs to look at what Russ is doing and maybe even break from the same side Russ is.
Yeah. That wing ball's going in every time for Russ.
What's up, Jarrett? Yeah, you and Cass buy your own dinner. Now I'm sure Johnny will buy like a bucket of beers or something at League on Thursday.
He'll get you an appetizer. You guys didn't show up. He'll buy you an appetizer.
Russ with a good look here to maybe recover from the missed 9 ball in the last rack, but it's tough to get that out of your head.
Yeah.
3-2 or 4-1 is a pretty big gap. But he looks good here. The balls lay nice for him to run out. I mean, the 8 to the 9 might be a little bit tricky, but shouldn't be anything this man can't handle.
Although, can he draw back around that 7 for the 4 ball, or is he running into the 7?
No, that's what he just looked at, was just draw this just past the 7. Wants a little angle, but I think he got too much angle here. Does he have to go like 3 rails? Can he pinch this back with a lot of left spin?
I think so. But then you got to watch that side pocket.
Yeah.
Even though that's a steep angle that side, I don't like.
He's going to hit this with a lot of left spin, I think, and hit it more full, throw it in. No, he went the other way.
Unlucky.
Oh, not entirely. I mean, he's still at the table. He's still got a shot here. He might have to play a little chip safe, but...
You put that down by the 9, behind the 7.
We're doing good, Jarrett. Cass says he'll take a bucket of beers. I think that was more like we'll share it, but it'd be sweet if he bought us each one, Cass. Bought us each a bucket of beers on league night, you know.
Yeah.
Ryan says stage door kind of dinner. That's like the one across the street in Vegas, where you get like a beer and a hot dog for $1.
Yeah.
Vino, we don't know what you're talking about. That's,
we don't have Calcuttas here at our player meetings.
We didn't have a Calcutta in this tournament. Calcuttas are not allowed in Alberta. Question on the YouTube there, wondering what type of camera we use. This one is a PTZ Optics. Pretty fancy piece of equipment, that one.
Cost you about 4 months worth of rent.
If you live in Calgary, yeah.
Yeah.
Kick in the side. Johnny gets pretty close. Main thing there is get a good hit. Keep the cue ball up. You got it tight to the rail, so getting from the 5 to the 6 is not easy. The 6 is the ball closest to the bottom right corner.
What is a Calcutta?
Oh, see, and that, Jarrett, you nailed it. We don't even know what that is. Yeah. We're not sure what you guys are talking about. And yeah, you'd think it'd be good for the other team, you know, if we all drank a bucket of beers, but it probably still wouldn't work.
No. A bucket of beers would be just enough to get you guys loose, or you're running any more racks.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
No pressure, and then you don't care.
Did Russ get away with that shot? Can Johnny see this ball?
I think he can see the edge of it.
I don't think he can see enough to make it, though. No. Yeah, and the right edge isn't doing him any favors.
No.
Yeah, this is not easy. He might have to just try to bank this up near the 7 and just keep the cue ball down here.
There you go, Mark.
Calcutta's a city in Indiana, right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, he went off and scratched. Pretty uncharacteristic mistake from Mr. Pay Pompey there. Caught it with stun follow instead of stun. Sort of misplayed the 5, even if he had have got the cue ball right there anyway.
Calcutta's where you play all players once.
Yeah. Russ is looking good here to get it to 4-2, but he's got to shake off that missed 9 ball still. Going from the 8 to the 9 won't be easy. He's going to want to make sure he's got a nice, easy shot on that 9 ball, right? You don't want to be with a steep cut or something, so he wants to get perfect on this 8 here.
Yeah, and that players' meeting's worth about $2,700 total.
Yeah, whatever one we're talking about, I don't know, but Russ is looking good here. Has he run this cue ball far enough to get angle to get back to the 9? It looks like he's hit it perfect. Couldn't ask for better than that. Yeah, there you go. It's an Italian pasta dish, you know. Punches it over. He's not going to miss this 9. Better believe that. 4-2 coming right up. Still anyone's match here. Still could go either way, and still time to get in on this viewer advantage, the shopping spree. If you win, you get your choice from Jacoby Custom Cues, Jam Up Apparel, Thumper, Jump Break Cues, Brutal Game Gear, or JB Cases. Spend it all in one spot. Spread it around. Do what you want with it. $20 per purchase there. And that's our Viewer Advantage pack. $20 Canadian. If you're inside Canada, you can send it to qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're outside Canada, you can message us. We'll give you the info on how to send in for that. Do the draw live at the end of the tournament here.
There's the first dry break in a while from Russ.
Yeah, the 6-ball went to the side rail, it looked like there.
Calcutta dish is always based on market price.
Yeah. Look at Johnny's got a little unlucky here, but he didn't want to rub that 9 like he did. And that's what created the cue ball to take the wrong path. And he got stuck behind this 7. Justin, there's no number on there.
It's a contest.
The way the contest works and the way the restrictions are there for how we can run it. Can't put a number of tickets on it. There's a few, I mean, all the contest rules are on the website. There's all the legal jargon on there, you know, if you want to read up on that. Russ didn't hit that ball nearly hard enough, but I think he might have still got cover here. Let's check what the side angle has to show. He did. Johnny's going to reach for the thumper here and jump in this combo.
I'd expect him to make this. He's only going over half a ball here.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say is I wouldn't even expect him to hit it. You know, I expect him to make it. Well, darts it nicely, gets contact, hasn't sold out. Is the 9 got in the game? Looks like it has. Russ has the rail first here. That's what he's looking at. Maybe just chip it soft. Try to leave it where it is and send the cue ball up to the other side of the table. Try to play a little containing safe here. That's what he does, and he does it well. Look at how good that shot is. How well did he hit that, folks?
Perfect.
He's left the edge here for John. John's just going to try to leave it where it is, send the cue ball up table, maybe 2 rails behind the 8.
Oh, nice little thin.
Wow, no way I would have thought he'd flick it that thin.
To get the 9 in the way again.
And he has.
To the good side this time, I think.
He has, to the much better side. Now that rail isn't nearly as available as it was before. Justin will have to do a count on that, buddy. If you guys want in, you can send that to qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're inside Canada, if you're outside Canada, send us a message. We'll give you all the info you need for that. Like Russ played not a bad shot there. He's left Johnny a shot, but it's long and straight, and the cue ball's tight to the rail. You don't want to be shooting this in the final. We got Ryan stepping out for a minute. Mr. Zemp's going to sit in.
What's going on, everybody? A stroke test.
This is a tough one because you can't really get back to the 3 unless you're going to hit it break speed with top, and that's just assuming it's not dead straight in.
Well, on the play off the 7, if it's not, or the play off the 9,
he's actually eyeing up the combination here.
I think that's a smart shot. 7 deuce.
Yeah, with a 2-way cue ball a bit, but he hasn't got there. He's sold out the side shot. Still not a walk in the park to get on the 3, though.
Do you go 3 rails around?
If I have to, I right away I look at if I can juice it enough with the inside, like a lot of left spin and miss the 9. But I don't know if that's an option here. I think he's got too much angle. He looked at going around 3 rails. Get it near that right side pocket.
Look out for the 5.
Oh, he looks okay here. That was a really good shot from Russ.
Shot. Yeah. It's one of the things I noticed about Russ today is, and not just today, I guess every day, the guy's got such a smooth stroke. And there is my jinx.
Do we know how many tickets have been sold? Justin is thinking about getting in, but wants to know how many tickets have been sold.
I have no idea. We don't do draws.
I already told him.
Yeah.
Everything else he needed to know.
Yeah.
As far
I will say this much. Based on the number of tickets, it's a good one to get in, Justin. See what happens. I jump on the mic, and all of a sudden, I commentator curse Russ.
Yeah, that was perfect. I mean, it's not a surprise to anyone that I'm a John Pay Pompey fan, you know. Not at this point in the tournament.
Well, and that's kind of why I said I'll step off the mic so you can jump on, commentate your fellow teammate.
Well, and you better believe near the end of this, I'm going to step off so I can yell as loud as I can when he wins, you know.
Of course.
We got to get to a second set first, right? But the way Johnny's hitting the ball, you know, like you saw,
he's playing great.
The way he hit the 5 in the side, he just stun follows it, like at a heavy speed, gets perfect on the 6. He looks to be just about dialed in now.
Yeah, reacclimated. And I kind of, I know I wasn't on the mic, but I was saying to Steph that going from the 9-foot originally back down to the 7, playing all day on the 7, and then going back up to the 9 is a tall task. And I kind of thought Johnny was in tough because obviously Russ has been playing undefeated on the 9-foots the whole way through.
Well, and yeah, the speed difference I think is the biggest thing going from the box. Like going from the 9-foot to the box is not that hard.
Yeah.
Going from the box to the 9-foot and trying to figure out the speed again is
It's
it's
tough.
a nightmare.
It's tough.
It's an absolute nightmare.
Tom Joyce, how do I enter the draw? If you are in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. It's up on the screen. If you are outside of Canada, send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and we'll get back to you with how you can get in to win. And it's coming up quick.
Be at the end of the tournament here, so if Johnny wins this set, race to 7, we're going to have one more match.
James Barnes.
Sure of it. I'm sure they played on a team together.
Russ and Barry, I don't know. I've been around the scene for a while in Calgary.
The thing is, I mean, to say play on a team, like did they play a full year league session, go to Vegas, all that stuff? Probably not.
No.
To my recollection, but I'm sure they've played a team event on the same team together before. Did Johnny hit that ball by quite a bit?
He giggles at himself.
He's laughing. Didn't want to really play it that slow, you know.
No.
Tried to hit it pocket weight.
I don't want it to be sure of the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny likes to play quick, but he might have been a little quick on the trigger there. Russ kept saying while he was watching the B-side final, he's like, if Johnny just took like 3 more seconds, he'd be amazing. I wonder what he's thinking now.
Yeah, right.
Down 5-2, maybe I need to shoot faster is what Russ is thinking right now, right?
Yeah, right.
Now this guy's got game for days. Moves the cue ball nice, but he's misplayed it a little here, and now he's got a real steep cut on this 6 to the bottom left.
And it does bring the 7 into play here, too.
You got to just let this cue ball fly, I think. I don't think you can control this very well. You just let it fly. You hope you miss the 7, but or he's just going to play it safe. And these guys have been showing a lot of that. Somebody said, can they chop? I thought, there's no way they are because it's been safe, 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 right?
No.
Nobody's giving up an inch. Which is nice.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Nice to see they're grinding it out, I know they both want to win, as a memento to Barry, right? Johnny especially, I know that for sure.
Yeah.
So
well,
this would mean a lot to Johnny to win this.
Of course. I was going to kind of say that a little early. Look at this.
Thumper jumper. There you go.
Thumper jumper comes out to play.
Thumper jump break cue, ladies and gentlemen. How about that?
In action.
Just jump banks it in the side. No problem. Just another day at the office.
No doubt. Well, I mean, you of all people know how effective that jumper or thumper is at jumping. Yes, you do it with the best of them.
That jumper is also effective at thumping.
Well, it's what I do when I have to play a guy like Ben Francis. Take it and thump him on the ankle so I have a chance.
You can always thump the guy with the cue after. Yeah. If you can't beat him on the table, you can beat him in the parking lot. Right?
Yeah, right. And I'm bigger than Ben is, so if I thump him on the ankle, there's really not a lot he can do.
No, limp
except
around.
Walk with a limp.
Limp around, yeah. So Russ is going to try to roll this in the side. He doesn't really have a choice. You're not cutting this in the corner on the 9-foot. That's just absolute craziness. Roxana just sent Tom.
Yeah, done deal.
So did Roxana send it for you, Tom? Because I haven't seen a Roxana on there. So who do we make the ticket out to is going to be the question there.
If I'm going to be honest, I don't know that people send them in through spouses or what have you. So when I write out tickets, it goes to the name of the person on the email.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right?
That's
and hopefully the name is on the email. I've told you guys before, hopefully you can include that in there. Just makes our life a little easier. Then we just send it back to your email and away we go. Russ hit the horn on the side, left the 7 right over the hole. Johnny's going to take a 6-2 lead here.
So on this shot, I know 8-ball player, which Johnny is, will probably go 2 rails around.
Yeah, bottom right. Bottom right, because you don't want to float this. That's when the ball skids and funny things happen, right? Yeah. So you just draw it, the 2 rails.
Went a little bit far. He might have to get the rest.
Oh, yeah, he'll get the rest here. Not a problem for a snooker player. You see how he's got his elbow out to the side there nicely.
Perfect.
6-2 lead. Johnny Pay Pompey, ladies and gentlemen.
Timothy Aldrich says, I want a ticket. Of course, we can hook you up. qsportslive@gmail.com if you are in Canada. And that is not the letter Q. It is CUE, sportslive@gmail.com. If you are outside of Canada, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you with exactly how we can make that happen for you.
Okay, so Tom Joyce said his wife sent in, which is Dawn, but I don't know where Roxana came from there. Is that her real name? No, I really got to know. Oh, there she is, too. That's so funny, Dawn. Most people know her as Dawn or the girl with the box.
I have witnessed that box.
She does.
She has a lot of things in that box.
She has all kinds of stuff in the box.
She does. It is very helpful when you have a headache.
Yeah, you got a headache or something, yeah.
She's got the cure-all in that box.
The box is her purse, if you guys are wondering. You know,
let's
clarify this quick.
From a G-rated spoon.
Oh, has he caught the window here?
Oh, that's tight. Oh, yeah, no, he's there.
He's got it.
I thought it was tighter than it was.
Well, I think he kind of got away with murder there. He wasn't trying to clip that 5. There's no way. Might have been trying to hit the 5 full, but he definitely wasn't trying to clip the side and the cue ball on the end rail or on the side rail. Tough to get to the 3 here.
Yep.
Got to zing this one. 3 rails. Ooh, he probably wanted to be up near the 4 ball, but he's got a tough shot on the 3 here.
There's Dawn right there. Oh, that's probably why you said what you said.
Roxana's her real name. Oh, good to know. Now we know.
Yep.
So obviously we're putting your name on the ticket, not Tom.
Well, of course. I'm just going to write the box.
The box. Don the Box. Alton, that's the new nickname, you know. Or Roxana.
Yes.
Roxana the Box. tough shot for Russ here. He might just have to go up and down and maybe try to use the 7 to stop the cue ball. Or can he put enough right spin to go 2 rails around the 4 here? This is real tricky.
I think he can go 2 rails around 4.
Just makes the pot super tough. I think he played the safe. I don't think he was playing the pot there, and I'm pretty sure he's got the safe.
It's an interesting choice
because
you're giving John a free shot at the table, and I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
No, he made a jump bank in the last rack.
Right?
You never know.
This
Look
is
what
the kind
he's
of
done.
stuff that happens, right? And you and I talk about this often, that when you have the opportunity to take the game, take your chance.
Give him
the game.
Give
Kick
him
the door
a
down.
free shot, and he pulls an Efren and 2 rail kick safeties you. Then what are you going to do, right?
Yeah, right?
Now you got to reach for your jump cue, or you're the one kicking. I mean, kick down the door, take on the shot, give yourself a chance to win. This is not a bad shot from Russ, but I think this is
going to hang and dress up really well.
I think you can just straight draw here. He wants a little angle on the 4 anyway, so he'll play the 4 in the same pocket. Oh, he cheated it a bit. Now he's a little straighter on this 4 than he'd like to be, but he can make something happen here with a little juice too.
Indeed.
He doesn't like it.
And we'll clarify this point too. You're not hearing an echo. If you're new to following Q Sports Live, there's actually 2 of us commentating.
Oh, he tried to power draw it. He got the wrong spin on that anyway. You see that? He got it with the wrong spin, even if he had made it. That's why he's standing there trying to figure it out.
Yeah, he's like, what the?
Did I really hit that with the wrong spin, he's thinking?
Barbara says, my commentator's curse game is on steroids this weekend. It's always on steroids. It's one of the. I know James doesn't believe it, and he's probably going to comment again about the commentator's curse.
I don't either. It doesn't exist. I refuse to believe it.
Until I jump on a mic.
You know what's
the
funny,
very
though?
first commentated shot that I do, I commentator's curse.
Those guys in Moscone Cup right there, they're like, the player is on the 3 ball, and he's like, yeah, he's out for sure here.
Yeah.
He's going to take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah.
Like, those guys never miss. No, they weren't missing. Not like.
Oh, I suppose.
You know what I mean? Like, the commentator curse is only relevant at a certain level of play as well, right?
Yes.
Because at a really high level, like, try to commentator curse Stan Taranjo when he double-dipped Edwin in the international or in the invitational, right?
Yeah.
Probably impossible.
Yeah. And Timothy Aldrich. Ryan's no longer on the mic, Tim. Posted on your page would like a ticket. We can definitely accommodate that, but again, if you are in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com. Or if you're outside of Canada, send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you.
Oh, yeah, if they could hear you, then it'd definitely be a curse.
It wouldn't be a commentator's curse at that point. It would be a commentator's death.
It'd be death too, yeah.
Death to the commentator.
Commentator shark.
Yeah. Because if I'm up there and commentating SVB and whoever else happens to be there, and they can hear me, and I influence their shot, I'm going to know.
Yeah.
And they're going to make a point of letting me know.
Here's another way I know the commentator curse is not real. If it was, then the person who I wanted to win the match would always win the match.
Yes,
because I would always, curse the other guy.
True enough. But it's fun to play with.
Again, here's that viewer advantage, guys.
Time is ticking away.
Yeah, the time is running out. We're 6-3 here, race to 9. If Johnny wins, we're going to have a second set. It's going to be on the 7-foot diamond. Race to 6 8-ball. You better believe that's what we're pushing for.
Of course.
We want to see more pool, but,
Well, what else you got to do on a Sunday evening besides watch Q Sports Live?
Of course. So it surprises me to see Johnny breaking from here. The wing ball doesn't go in as easy from over there. He's making different balls.
And I think it was maybe because he wasn't making a ball.
So he switched his spot. Yeah. Look at this, though. He's got a really nice look here. What's up, Teresa?
What's up, Teresa?
Make it sound, yeah. It's the echo. Make sure you guys are clicking that share button for us. Still lots of pool to go here.
Oh, yeah. Smash it even. These guys deserve a big audience.
Johnny Miss hit that ball. He didn't want this much angle here. The benefit is he's not Russ, so he's right-handed.
Yeah, Russ would have a tougher time on this.
As you saw in the last 9 ball, he landed in that spot where he needed the rest.
Yeah.
Overcut it a hair, but it's still a good pot.
Overcooked it.
And that's where you see, sometimes you think, wow, I overhit that. But you didn't overhit it. You overcut the ball.
Yeah, you mishit the ball.
Yeah, so if you hit it thinner, it's going to travel quite a bit further like it did there. He still got cut in the side, but can he go for this?
Wow. That is a tall task.
Yeah, the cue ball sort of goes natural here, though, around 3 rails. Top rail, side rail, bottom rail. Maybe has a shot on the 5 next if he does happen to pot the 4.
If you don't watch these tables have been playing like greased lightning, and you could go up, back, and back up again, and bring in the 6-8.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he likes the safe. I don't mind the shot, but he's not getting there. No, he's not getting there. That's not terrible, though, because even if Russ can cut this in, he's crashing into the 9 with the cue ball.
Yeah, I think Russ is going to play it back at him.
Oh, he caught the double kiss.
He missed it, too.
Wow. Starting to struggle a little. Maybe that's a fatigue factor could come in here as well, guys. It's 8 o'clock on the 3rd day of the tournament. These guys were here at noon. Both these guys were actually here right around 11:30. They showed up half an hour early to practice, warm up.
Chris Demers just sent me a message, and he says, "This is for your commentators, Chris."
Oh, yeah. Good game, good game. I hate you. Good game, good game.
Good one, Chris.
That is funny. Oh, Johnny's jacking up, so he's playing safe here. Does this 4 have enough steam to get behind the 5-8?
Oh, yeah.
What a great shot from Johnny there.
Perfect shoot.
And his thought there was, even if he mishit it a little and didn't get the 4 where he wanted, he was still leaving Russ jacked up over this 9. Sorry, guys, I got a little distracted by the pool room owner's phone ringing and flashing there.
It was like a dance club in here for a minute.
If there's one guy that could get away with it, it's him, you know.
Yeah, well, being the owner, he could probably get away with a little bit for sure.
I know I've talked a ton about Leather Pocket this weekend, guys, but I don't really think I've touched much on how great the owner is. Like, this guy's amazing. He's in the room all the time watching pool. When he's not working, he's over, like, buying beers for regulars and stuff like that, you know, hanging out.
Yeah.
Huge supporter of pool. You know, we wanted diamond tables. He said, okay.
Indeed.
We'll get you guys some diamond tables. So he did. He went and got 7-footers. Then we're like, well, you know, we'd love to have 9-footers. And he said, okay, I'll go get you guys some 9-footers, right?
Yeah, it was, he's just an all-around good room owner.
Oh, yeah. Good human being, too. He's got a good heart.
Yeah.
Johnny's going to bank this ball at pocket weight.
Pocket, and look out, 6 ball.
Oh,
But did he get him on the 6?
He did. Did he ever? Russ can kick 1 rail here off the left side rail, but that 4 is so deep. Yeah, you better catch, like, the top rail, too.
But then if you do that, if you can kick this 2 rails, it brings the 8 into play as well. This is tough.
Definitely. Like, even if you pot this, getting shape is not easy, right? Even if you just pot it off 1 rail, you're going to be so far away from the 5 and shooting out of the jaws of the pocket. It's no fun.
You almost have to fly at this.
Yeah, like hit it hard and hope you get the second rail, and then just hope something good happens.
It's like hope you
total hit and hope.
Punch into the 8 and punch it out of the way.
You know, I actually like just going 1 rail, and I'm just going to take what I can get out of the jaws. I'll find a shot.
Joe says he almost Pompeyed himself.
Joe's sitting here on the side watching.
I actually don't mind him going long rail here, too. A little bit tougher to shape up the 5, but I don't mind the long rail touch.
Yeah,
He's overcooked that too.
And you're right, that was maybe the only way to get on the 5, but
you got to do the first part of that equation first.
Yeah, and it's
make
just
the 4.
Yeah, it's such a much longer path, so it made it a lot tougher. But
that being said, though, it's still not easy for John.
No, anytime the ball's in the jaws like that,
it's tough.
I think he's doing the right thing.
I think so.
Go
too.
to the
2
left
rails.
side. Yeah, and just take a
and
lot
go
of,
on top.
Take a lot of angle on the 5 is okay.
Yeah.
Like you could spin around 3 rails if you had to, but he hasn't landed there. He's landed pretty good. He might even be able to go below the 6. Awesome to hear, Shirley. And Matt will get those off to you right away. Lots of pressure, as James said. You know, there is a lot of pressure here. And James, don't tell Brian Butler that. We'll keep it our secret, you know. This is better than anything in Edmonton, James says.
Being from Calgary will accept that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just don't tell the rest of Edmonton.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Ryan, too, said he was treated real well last Christmas. You know, Len doesn't just do a lot for pool, but, like, he does a lot for even, you could say, the community. He does free Christmas dinner every Christmas. And, like, it's been to the point of, like, he had, like, 10 turkeys one year, deep frying them outside. And it was crazy and all free.
And, Matt, this is a true double elimination.
Yeah, and look at this. Johnny's on the 9 to get to 7-3.
Yeah, code hooks and Q racks at the table.
So in case you guys didn't hear already, second set of this is going to be played on the 7-foot diamond. Race to 6 8-ball. Good little finish there from John. He did well. And now it's going to be Russ to break, trailing 7-3. Let's see what he's got. This wing ball's been going in, this 8-ball, straight in the top right, pretty much every time.
Oh, wow. Like a rocket.
Like a rocket, yeah. But he hasn't got a shot on the 1, so we're going to see a safe. It's probably chip the left side of the 1, go 3 rails behind the 7-4.
I like it.
That's the shot here. I mean, there's other options, but I think that's the safest one because you mostly always leave the 1 right where it is.
Yeah. But not as easy as what you look at it at first blush. You've got to get behind that 7 or you're going to leave the 1 on.
Yeah, and that's where, I mean, usually it's a little safer because the 1 should stay there. So even if you leave it on, it's going to be tough to control. Has he got there?
Oh,
has he just got there?
Can't quite tell.
Oh, Johnny's getting down pretty quick to shoot, so.
So do you do the same thing? Go 2 rails. I might have gone into that a little bit fuller, but he got away with it big time.
Oh, did he ever? Yeah,
I would have done it and planted the cue ball where the 1 was and send the 1 ball back up behind the 7-4.
Yeah, that definitely could have worked as well. I think he liked the cut there, and being up 7-3, I don't blame him for taking it on.
Yeah. Mark, we're not saying Top Shots is not a great venue.
Oh, yeah.
Top Shots is a really nice shot.
Absolutely.
Really nice pool hall.
Absolutely. One of the nicest rooms in the country, Top Shots in Edmonton.
Guy slash.
And the fish tanks, yeah, there's 3 fish tanks in here at Leather Pocket.
With the piranhas.
Johnny with the ball in hand. Does he draw into the 6 here to break the 6-9?
I like it. I like the draw.
I think he has to
create separation between that 6-9. Just don't get hooked yourself.
Oh, don't slip behind it, and he did. He can still see this too. He's okay here. Just a little tougher to control the cue ball. You need to hit this pretty soft. 2 rails, shoot the 3 in the same pocket.
Oh, you underhit it.
He almost, if he hit it a little softer, he might have had a 3-9 combo on the side. But actually, cutting this 3, the cue ball's going to naturally go into the 9 in that direction.
Sure is.
Yeah, he let it fly a little, and he's hooked on the 4. Out comes the jump cue.
The thumper jumper.
Wouldn't put it by him making this.
Yeah, let's see if he can pull some magic twice.
Can he get shape is the question, too.
Well, I think in this scenario, you're just putting your effort into making the 4, and you'll take whatever you get on the 5 ball.
That's exactly correct. Well said. If he has to bank the 5, he'll bank the 5.
Oh, look out. No, the spin on the cue ball's taking it in.
No, he's okay. What a shot. Fantastic shot from Johnny there. The crowd should be going wild, but they're not.
They're not. That was a great jump shot.
They were all holding their breath for the cue ball, you know. But what a fantastic shot there. What he's got to do here is settle himself down. You see what he's doing?
Yeah, take the walk. Have a look at your angle.
You make a shot like that, you don't just get down and hit the next ball.
Do you know who does that really, really well? I know you'll agree with me. Is Eric Vargas.
Eric's the
He's
best
a
at the
master
walk,
at
man.
it.
He'll
Yeah.
like go back and wipe down his cue and stuff. He's got all kinds of tricks to calm himself, right? And to reset. Look at this shot too. He hit it good, but not good enough.
But the weight was perfect.
A little bank side for Russ here with a little insurance behind the 6.
Yeah. James is saying need to bring out the no jump when you hook yourself. I don't agree. I think the jump cue is part of the game. And as much as Efren Reyes didn't use the jump cue, he was a fan of using rails. They're applicable in today's game because the game has evolved. And the game will continue to evolve, as with just about any sport.
And that's where every pool player has their own thought on the jump cues. You know, I love them. I use them because you have to in this game now. If I had my choice, it would be no jump cues allowed, just because it's so much tougher. So that would just separate my skill from the average player a little more, right? But with the way the game is now, I mean, jumping is such a skill, and it's so much fun to watch. It is really good for the game.
It's good for TV.
It's awesome for TV, which is good for the game, right?
That's right.
Look at the shot from Russ. Nice little
Beautiful
controlled
pullback.
juice. Yeah,
You bet.
that's that smooth stroke with the smooth follow through, you know. Very nice. He's not done here. 7-4.
And to let everybody know where we are headed next. We may go live prior to this event with a Q&A, but it will be the Ashton Twins Classic. January 2 to 5. Going to be held at the Grey Eagle Resort and Casino. It will be a phenomenal, phenomenal event. It is a 64 pro ladies event, $20,000 added, and a couple of side events to run alongside it. It's a 128 Maxfield open event and another 48 amateur ladies event, both with added money.
It's going to be a great time. All the best lady players in the world.
Yeah, and they are still taking entries into both of those amateurs events. So if you want to come down to Calgary, spend the new year here in Calgary, party it up, and then rub elbows with some of the best ladies to play the game.
It's a who's who of the best players in the world, that tournament. If you can't make it down to watch it live, you can always watch it right here on Q Sports Live. Free as always to watch. Overcuts it by a country mile.
Yep.
And he's left it on, so good chance for Johnny to get on the hill here. The ball's actually lay not too bad. The 4 looks a little deceiving at first, but it actually might pass into the top left after he moves the 3.
Overhit it. Well overhit it.
Extremely misplayed that ball.
James says, the game I play is definitely not a spectator sport. And therein, James, lies one of the issues with the sport, is we need to attract spectators to the game. And therefore, this is why I argue for the jump cue. It adds a level of excitement. It adds something for the viewers, not necessarily the players. So in my mind, the jump cue is good for the game.
And David Wilson, yeah, It absolutely is going to be. They're going to have an open tournament running alongside that, David Wilson. If you want to get some info on that, you can send us a message or contact Bev or Joanne Ashton or the Hidden Spot.
And the poster for it's actually on the Q Sports Live page. You might have to scroll down a ways to find it, but that poster is there.
Oh, yeah. I kind of figured that's maybe what James was referring to. He said the game he plays is definitely not a spectator sport. He's playing straight pool, and his high run is only like 20-something, you know, so it's...
I gotcha.
He's still learning a bit.
Yeah, and Guy, I'm with you. I kind of tend to think the same way. It's an evolution of the game, and as with every sport out there, you need the game to evolve. You need it to, have different rule sets, different games, different things be added or taken away to kind of keep it fresh, keep it relevant.
What's Russ doing here? I thought he might actually slash at that ball, but he's playing safe and he hasn't got it. He's sold this one out to Johnny. Another chance for Johnny to get on the hill here. Might have to float this in the side, though. It's not easy.
And from the start of this match, because I wasn't commentating, I was sitting over on the sidelines, and in between doing tickets, obviously I want to watch what's going on. And it seems like, and I could be wrong, maybe you'll disagree with me, it seems like the intensity that they were playing with in the prior matches is not at the same level.
No, and I thought, or sitting behind here watching the screen, but I thought it started off super intense.
Yeah, and it
maybe
seems
more
like
for,
they've lost
Maybe
it.
more for John, yeah.
Yeah.
I still feel like John's right in there.
Yes, but
I'm looking outside the screen, too. I'm watching John's, mannerisms, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to see if he's a little bit nervous.
Yeah. Well, and if you compare... Oh, no.
He certainly is, and he's getting a little frustrated.
Yeah. But I think it's that level of intensity, and I know it's because John and Russ know each other well, and maybe that relaxes you a little bit, where when you watch Johnny play Clint Gamble, they don't really, know each other at the same level as what, John and Russ know each other.
Of course,
and that level of competition is there, and now you're in the finals match, and the trick to it, at least in my mind, is to keep that intensity. I know you feel like you've made it, and you're in the finals and so on and so forth, but you've got to keep your foot on the gas.
No, you haven't made it, and these guys definitely know, it's, you want first. I mean, second is okay in a tough field, but once you're in the final, man, it's like you just want to win so bad. You don't want second, right?
Yeah. And I think Russ might have got himself a little straight here.
Best pool I've ever seen Pay Pompey play, says Farhat, and that's maybe somewhat true. Johnny's playing pretty jam up, I'd say.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call it the best pool he's played. I've seen when you guys were playing as a team, I've seen him in that team event and
running racks for sure.
Running racks, making it look easy.
This is
like
definitely
all you guys on that team do.
This would be one of his better singles events for sure. Yep. He's just tore through all the tough players too.
Yeah.
He beat Joe, Steven, and Clint today. Some fantastic wins. Jordan beat in half an hour, 6-0.
Wow.
So how you like that, Farhat?
That's crazy.
I think he's trying to
You can't take it away that he's playing well today for sure, but I won't call it his best, and I don't think he would call it his best pool.
No. Certainly not in this match. He's missed some balls. They both have. I think Jesse was trying to tag Jeff Chan and Dan Bywater, but I don't know if that worked out for you, Jesse. Maybe it did. Just doesn't show up here, but if that's an option, you guys can always, share it specifically. Tag one of your friends that maybe should be watching this.
Tag them all.
Maybe somebody could tag John's mom, Lorraine Pay Pompey. Might be a little late for her to be watching out east, though.
It's only 10:15 there.
On a Sunday night.
On a Sunday night, yeah.
John's mom. John is 40.
Yes, true enough.
Untold number. We were thinking to 43, 44, something like that.
Does he get the...
No, he sold this one out. I mean, it's just, it looks a little tougher on the camera, but this is just a roll. He can hold this on the right side.
Oh, yeah. And Johnny does... Oh,
he comes across it with the
either
inside.
which, yeah.
That worked pretty well. He's going to put himself on the hill here.
And now we'll see how well he holds the nerves.
See how the commentator curse didn't work there?
It didn't work.
Because Johnny's too good for that.
Yeah. Although oh no, because it was Russ that I cursed. Not Johnny.
See that sweet shirt he's wearing there too, Johnny Pay Pompey with the Stylin' Jam Up Alberta Cup shirt. Go check that out. jamupapparel.com. All kinds of cool designs on there. That's where you can get your Q Sports Live gear. Little tab under there with all the Q Sports Live Jam Up gear. Wing ball goes straight in again for Russ along with two other balls.
Wow.
But look at the cue ball froze to the one. He can't buy a good look at this one off the break.
He clobbered that break and got really unlucky to end up where he is. This is a wide open table.
That was like, I'm down 8-4. Watch how hard I can hit this break.
Yeah, right? Watch how frustrated I can be.
He tried to spin in behind the 9. It looks like he's done just that. But maybe left enough of this one to play in the side if he doesn't have the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely see the edge here. At least half of the ball. He's playing the side. It's going to float down natural for the 3. No, he's playing the safe, but he's scratched.
Out. Nope. He just sets it in the pocket and says, here, try to shoot out of the pocket.
He Pay-Pompeed him again. Surprised Joe hasn't put that in the comments yet. You know?
Yeah.
Pay-Pompeed him again.
Yeah. Matt Wood, whatever happened to the Alberta Cup?
Well, Matt.
Yeah. Let me count the ways.
Yeah, it just didn't really work out the way we thought it would the first 2 years, so we're going to go in a different direction. Put our time and energy into better things, you know, with better, you know, rewards for all the players. So,
yeah,
such as the CSL Invitational that you guys saw in August there with the 10K added.
That's the way to do it.
Oh, here it comes. Joe's got a new nickname for John. I can't wait to see what this is.
He's the master at these memes.
Here it is, Johnny Jelly Roll. Oh, Johnny Jelly Roll, yeah.
Yeah.
You got to know we're going to be yelling that in Vegas this year.
Of course. Of course, you have to.
Jelly Roll Johnny, I like it. I think he's left this on. I think Johnny can spin this in with right siding and even avoid the 9 here.
I agree, but can you avoid the 8 and the 9?
That's what I'm wondering, but it's like you have to hit this with lots of bottom and lots of right, and when you spin around the 8, you got to miss the left side too. But it's going to be like, you know, 3-rail shape here. It's not easy.
Well, and you know, it's funny because, and I won't even give, normally I would tell people, calm down on what you're calling Johnny, but with Joe being a teammate, I can't say nothing.
And it clearly, you know, Jelly Roll is just a way of saying that he got lucky. It's got nothing to do with his stature. Johnny's actually lost quite a bit of weight. He's trimmed down. He's just about exactly where he wants to be, he told me.
Yeah. Tyler Robertson says an Alberta BC battle.
Oh yeah, that'd be good times. I feel like there's some stuff in the works already for like province battles, but I know they did the Ontario-Quebec one 2 years in a row now. Hung it. Russ isn't done yet here.
It is deep. It is very deep on that shelf.
And trust me, it's so hard to finish these matches. So Russ gets this to like 8-6, and there's going to be a ton of pressure on Johnny to finish this off.
Yeah.
little more angle than he wanted here, so he might have to play the 7 in the side next, or he's going to heavy spin this with right, but he just looked at the side there. You could hit this a little thicker with lots of right spin, and it kind of slows down the cue ball and it changes the angle of the 4.
Mm-hmm. And I think, I mean, knowing Russ, I've played with Russ on a team together with him for a few years. And he likes to play very basic. He's not a juicy kind of player. He has one of the smoothest strokes that I think is out there.
Oh, absolutely. And he's very calculated.
He is very calculated.
He's so good at these little touchy spin shots, though I wouldn't put it by him just spinning this in. Yeah, he's going up and down, but look out. Where's this going to finish?
Right even with it on the 50-yard line.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, that was why that was not my choice of shot there, but he still has a bank here, and he has safety options. I think down 8-4 here, you got to take on the bank. Larry, how does he have 8 wins? I know, it's John Pay Pompey, right? Nah, he's playing unbelievable.
He is playing really well.
Definitely need a little luck, too. I mean, no one's ever won a tournament without getting a little lucky.
Well, and both of these guys, they're hanging balls and missing shape and 50-50 and then this kind of stuff.
Try to bank in the side, right. Go 3 rails, freeze on the same ball you tried to bank.
Yeah, so I really do think it's a couple of different factors. Number one, fatigue is certainly at this point starting to set in. The second is both of these players. Oh, wow, Johnny.
He was trying to just get the 7 to this rail.
Both of these players know each other and know each other well. So anytime you play somebody that you know and you know well, the tendency is to relax.
Which in this case I would say maybe happens with Russ over Johnny, but I'm thinking there's no way Johnny isn't like maximum intensity wanting to win this for sure. Like he wants it bad.
Well, and my observation was more on Russ's side in the fact that he seemed to lose
I agree.
Some of that intensity, and even right from the beginning, right from the start of the match. Right, I wasn't commentating then, but I kind of watched from the sidelines. And just an observation.
Yeah, no,
I could be wrong.
That's bang on observation in my opinion. I feel like you nailed it there. Russ is laughing it up and, looks a little looser than John, that's for sure.
He does now, yeah.
Let's see if Johnny tightens up here. I mean, this lead can slip away pretty quick.
You bet. And that shopping spree that you've got up on the screen right now, Ben, just so everybody knows, if you are just tuning in, that is happening tonight at the conclusion of this broadcast. It is for a $700 Canadian shopping spree at any or all of our sponsors. Spend it at one or spread the money around. Spend it however you want. It's $700 Canadian. You do whatever you want to do with it. If you do want in, qsportslive@gmail.com if you're in Canada. If you're outside of Canada, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page, and I'll get back to you with how you can get in to win. And time's ticking if you want in it to win it.
It could be drawn at the end of this match if Russ makes a comeback here. But where's this cue ball going? Wow, I thought he was scratching there. He hit that ball pretty loose going 2 rails there. So yeah, if Russ wins this match, then we're going to do that draw at the end of this match. If Johnny wins this match, we're going to another set.
On the 7-foots.
8 ball on the 7-foot diamond. Race to 6 for everything. He's missed this ball. Is it going to land over the side? It's not. Is it going to get far enough that Johnny has it in the corner? He most certainly does. He's getting down pretty quick to hit it, which is no surprise from Johnny P.
Yeah. Oh, and he drew across. I thought he would go forward.
And he chipped the 7 out beautifully. He's horn hooked.
He is definitely horn hooked.
He's 100% horn hooked. Little unlucky there. Chipped the 7 out nicely.
And this is sitting beautiful table now.
Well, let's see if he hits his 3 rails. He's got to go 3. He can't go through there.
No.
He can't look through there, can he?
I don't think so.
I think he actually might. The shot he played earlier was like he massaged to the bottom rail.
Yeah, but
and
he'd have to
reversed
hit somewhere down in here.
He did it earlier. He did it almost identical to this. He was trying
had
to
a chance to go 3.
Yeah, he was trying to go 3 there. That was a tough hit. Well, yeah, we wouldn't leave out Manitoba in that province battle. You know, it would be every province, hopefully. Yeah, finally, Pay-Pump Pete himself, says Joe. Finally, Triple Pete himself. Horn hooked. I'm pretty sure Russ didn't want this cue ball on the rail with a bit of a weird angle here.
It is kind of weird. It brings 7 ball into play. Unless you draw under, or I guess to the left side of the 7 ball.
Yeah, I feel like he's gotten real funny on this ball. He didn't want to be there. He's jacking up. He's going around 2 rails here. He is, but how's the speed?
Oh, he's perfect for the side pocket.
What a great shot from Russ there.
Yeah. Hello, Norman Hill, tuning in from Brantford.
Diana, just send us a message. Q Sports Live on Facebook, or you can
just send an email as well, qsportslive@gmail.com. I'll let you know how you can get in it to win it if you are from the good old US of A or anywhere else around the world.
Get them to comment.
Can I have my phone? Yeah, Lucchini Rodriguez. You know what? If you can please comment on the live stream, we just need to get a quick look at what the profile is. You know what? Never mind. I'll have your email address.
Yeah, we'll just send it to your email if we got it on there.
Yeah.
All right, Russ has just got to slide up that right side rail to get on the 8, to get this to 8-6. I mean, still anyone's game here, really. Doesn't use the rail, which is good because that ensures the cue ball's staying off the rail for the next shot.
Yeah, I like how he played that. Ha, perfect. We're actually just going to send it to your email.
9 ball straight in to get it to 8-6. And I think it's his break, which it is.
He's making it interesting.
Oh, we knew it wasn't going to end there, right? Well, if you're wondering what Russ is playing with there, it is indeed the Jacoby Black carbon fiber.
Amazing hitting.
What a shaft.
You took to that thing like a duck to water.
Oh,
like
man.
Nobody I've ever seen acclimate to it.
I love
like
it. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'll never play with anything else.
Just had a new billiards hall open up. Big things are going to happen there.
In Manitoba?
That's very good.
I think that's what he's referring to, is Manitoba. We always like to hear of new pool rooms opening.
Yes.
We like pool. We enjoy pool sometimes.
Yeah. It might be a rather small addiction
Might
that we have.
be. Look at this. He's got safe on the break. The one time he doesn't make the wing ball is what John's thinking right now.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on. The one time. I don't think he'll jump this, but that is sort of an option. I just think it's a shot to nothing. You're really never getting shape on the 2, even if you make an incredible pot. So he's going to play the push, which is the smart play. Make Russ work for this.
Yeah, and I like it. Just push it out so that Russ can see the 1 ball.
Well, he's going to test him here a little.
A little bit. But Russ has the stroke.
Yeah.
He can make this and shape it.
You know what, though? I like what John did there. I like what he did. Put him to the test, right?
Yeah.
He's the one trailing 8-6.
That's
Make him pull the shots, right?
It.
Yeah. Legends. Yeah, I think I heard something about that, actually. Make sure you guys are clicking that share button for us. We still got a little bit of pool to go here. We could have another set if Johnny manages to win one more game here.
Dallas.
Wow, he hit that really good, but it didn't go in.
Rattled the pocket. Dallas watching from Bora Bora.
And I don't think he's got safe here. I'm pretty sure Johnny can see enough to cut this in. See if he can get on the 2-ball as well.
Same type of shot that he left Russ. And he bobbles it.
Pockets are just eating these guys alive here.
They are tight pockets, 4 1/4 inch on these diamond tables, and really deep shelves. Typically, they're not going to give it to you if you're not in the heart of the pocket.
Oh, Norman's 1 hour from Toronto, so that's not a Manitoba room that he was referring to. It's an Ontario room. Opening up Legends. Hopefully your stream's running smooth. I see we're having maybe a little bit of connection problem. It looks to be smooth on the tablets that we're watching.
Oh, I see.
But it does look to be smooth. Let us know if it's not, guys, of course. Always let us know. It seems to be running pretty smooth. We're watching on the Facebook and the YouTube, guys.
Yeah, that's coming back now.
Yeah, it's been hopping up and down like that for about 20 minutes.
Really? Usually I pick up on those things.
Oh, Russ kind of hit that one a little bit loose.
He did.
Now he needs to find a shot. I don't think he's going to play a 3-6 combination here. It'd be really brave. Oh, you're confused, Dustin, by the push out.
Yeah.
The push out off the break. If you're hooked on the break, or even if you're not, you have the option of pushing the cue ball to any spot. It can touch any ball.
Can do anything with it.
Your opponent has the option to shoot from where it is or make you shoot again.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of strategy there.
Yeah, but that is only off the break.
Yeah, only the first shot after the break. All good on Chris's iPad. That's all we need to hear. Joe says it's good too. You know, James says he had a little pausing, but it's okay now. Johnny plays the hit, and he's left combination here. Russ is going to cut the 3 into the 8, but he's got to watch this top left doesn't come into play here with the cue ball. It's fairly natural. And with the cue ball on the rail, it makes getting siding, controlled siding, much tougher.
We ever get up to Fargo Billiards, super nice place, one of the biggest pool halls in North America, says Richard Anderson.
Yeah, I've never made it there. I know some of these guys went, like Joe and Eric and the boys went once or twice.
Yep.
Closest we made it was Newtown, North Dakota. We went there for the Four Bears tournament a couple times. Russ made a really nice little 3-ball, 8-ball combination there. He's got a good look on this 3. He's just a little worried about the 5-ball after the 4, which is on the bottom left of your screen.
Ooh, that 3-ball wiped its feet on the way through.
Yeah, he wiggled that one in.
Yeah.
Some loading problems. Well, we won't restart it unless it gets too bad. So hopefully it's not lagging on our end. So that's the first time I've seen it lag on the Facebook a little there. But
I'm wondering if they've opened up an internet porthole on their computer behind the counter.
Oh, it could be like last night when this paperweight that we have here managed to go through its own little thing. On a push, could you sink the 9-ball and spot it, Jason? Absolutely. That's one of the most common push-outs.
It is.
Yeah, last night, same issue, yeah. So maybe at the end of this rack, we might have to shut down and restart.
Is it pausing that bad on the stream? A little lag now. Oh, yeah.
Well, 4 people that said it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll do just that. Is shut down, restart after this rack, and I'm going to go tell her to shut down whatever internet she's got going on behind the counter.
The problem is it's 8-6. I mean, they're not gonna wait around. They want to get this over with.
I think we could shut down,
restart it quick. I mean, but if it happens like last night where it was a computer issue, then it's more like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. Well, bear with us here, guys.
Make sure you've clicked the like button and the follow button on the Facebook. That way you get notified when we go back live, too. So you won't miss anything.
Well, and hopefully our audio is not choppy. Dallas says his is good, no lag. Richard's saying really bad.
Yeah, you're the only one because everybody else is getting lag. Wonder what Dallas is watching on, you know.
YouTube is running great. There is the other option, guys.
Well, maybe instead of restarting it, maybe you guys can just go over to YouTube. That way we don't have to restart it. Because we'd hate to try to restart it here. Commentator's connection. Very good.
Well, there is the option, guys. If you want to jump over to YouTube, YouTube seems to be working no troubles.
Yeah, just head on over there, guys. That way we don't have to restart it. Facebook's better. A couple people are good, so it's kind of going in and out. Just if you are having those problems, just head on over to YouTube. We'll just leave it running here. I'd really hate to restart it and not get it back in time, you know.
Yeah. Rodney, the YouTube channel is the same. So just go onto YouTube, search Q Sports Live, CUE Sports Live, and you'll find us there. Well, it seems to be good now. Now it's not. So I'm wondering if it's because there was an internet connection that they opened up, or a browser they opened up behind the counter.
Yeah, who knows, right?
Gremlins.
This is running out of time now. I mean, if Russ can win the next 2 games, this tournament's over.
Absolutely.
If you haven't got in on this yet, make sure you get your money sent in. We'll get the tickets sent off to you. There is no limit on how many times you can enter that, so even some of you people out there with 1, you might want to get yourself 1 more.
Johnny, the prize is worth the price.
Johnny to break. This is a big one, maybe the biggest break of his tournament. Needs a ball here. 6 ball. He throws his arms in the air because he's been struggling to make one. Could you slash at the 9 here? I think he has to here. I think he's got to bank this 1 into the 9.
I think so too.
Take a flyer, try to win this set and force a decider. Here we go, folks. He's going.
Oh, he
went.
Did not miss that by much.
I don't blame him for going there.
No, me neither.
And it looked like he almost got a Johnny Jelly roll, but he didn't. Russ can see this ball. You can cut it in. Shape's not exactly a walk in the park, but I would expect him to execute this and try to force a decider here. There have been a ton of hill-hill matches in this tournament. It wouldn't surprise me to see one more in the final here. Oh, he missed the 1, but is he getting away with it? It looks like he is, unless there's going to be a window. No window there. No good jump shot. I don't think you can risk going over that far.
Does he have the right rail?
Yeah, he's got plenty of the right rail. I think he'll go... I don't know what he's looking at over there. Yeah, he's got to go 1 rail into this. Try to chip the 1 to the right side rail and the cue ball to the left side rail. Or vice versa like he did, and that's not bad. That really isn't that bad. I mean, get a better look at what Russ is looking at from this angle. It's pretty steep to take on this cut, but you might see him do it. Chad Deck. We're getting it sent off to you right away, bud. Russ missed the one. Look at this. But has he got safe again? I don't think so this time. I think Johnny's got the window here. And he does. I'm looking right down the barrel at it. You can see between this 9.53 to make the one. One's a little deep, though, but as long as he's not hooked on the two, he can make it from everywhere. Need to avoid some traffic here, which he didn't. Got a bad rub. Out comes the jump cue if he can reach it. Might be a little too far out the table for him to reach it. He's going to go rail first, take the hit, try to spin the cue ball over behind the 8 here. Has he done it?
And the 7? 7 comes in too.
Look at the shot from Johnny P.
Does Russ have any of that too?
He's closing one eye to look, so it's got to be close. He doesn't look unhappy, so I think he can see it. No, he's getting the break jump. You might not see him even break this down because he's probably only jumping the edge here, so he can do a full cue. Oh, what a shot. Yeah, full cue. Stops the cue ball nicely.
And Jinx, you owe me.
Yeah. He's going to draw this over to the right side rail and back out. Wants to shoot the 4 in the top left where he's standing next. He's perfect.
He's perfect.
Yeah, if he wants to just draw back a little, he can play the 5 in the bottom left. If he wants to draw a lot, he'll play the 5 in the side.
So, you know, Ben, what I'd like to see is hill, maximum action, and Johnny take the hill.
Oh, of course. Of course. You're not the only one. I'm sure everyone else out there wants to see another set. We're not done watching pool yet. Come on.
Oh, the night is still young.
It's only like 9 o'clock. Tournament can't end now.
No.
Russ is going to have to play a 7-8 combination and hold the 7 near where the 8 is now. He's going to shoot this 5 in the side and try to stop this cue ball. He's looking at rolling it, but I don't like rolling it here. I think he needs to get underneath it a bit, which is what he's going to do now. Stuns it over.
Ooh.
It's not a bad angle. The
It's
nice thing is
a little trickier than what I think he wanted.
Well, and the nice thing here is that you're really just aiming to cut the 7 in the pocket. It's on that same line.
Yeah, true enough.
So you almost just pretend like the 8 ball isn't there.
Just avoid the skid.
Oh, he mishit it majorly. Look at this. Big moment here for Johnny P. Let's go, buddy. See if he can force a second set. Gave me a little wink on the way by. You better not let me down now.
No, he's got to hit this.
He's going 3 rails around.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Wow. Can you believe that? He mishit the 7.
Oh, and the stream cuts out.
And then he mishit the 8. Just head on over to YouTube, guys. We can't really restart it when it goes hill, so.
Wow.
Still jumping in and out. Oh, that's kind of heartbreaking because it's going to be really tough even if Johnny gets a shot hill to win now.
Yeah, that might haunt him.
Ross goes rail first. That really surprises me.
Wow.
I'm really surprised he did that. And he
There's
goes
a
wee.
test.
Oh, wow. Where did that go? David, I'd love to think Johnny rushed that, but that's just the way he plays. He didn't rush it. That's just his game.
That's the style and the pace he plays at.
Lan Fong, head on over to the YouTube. Head on over to the YouTube. Mark, you as well. It's running seamless on the YouTube there, so hopefully you guys don't miss any of the action. This is pretty intense. This is to maximum intensity level.
To force hill. Hill it is.
That's actually a really underrated shot to try to force hill.
Yeah.
He made a really good shot on that.
Well, why not have hill? Maximum entertainment value.
Oh, absolutely. This is shaping up to be quite interesting. You know, I really want to see a second set. But
me too. I'm not ready to go home.
Let's see what Russ has on his break. I mean, wow, Johnny's going to feel like he really let that slip away. Big mistake there. And I think, I mean, although the 8 was kind of routine and he missed the 8, I think he misplayed the 7.
Yeah, totally.
Like if he
right from the hop.
Yeah, if he had got better on the 8, he was never missing the 8. Right?
I agree.
And I think that was more important than missing the 8, in my opinion.
I agree.
Russ has gone for a washroom break there.
Yeah. So, guys, we're going to say it again. If you are having streaming issues or lag issues on Facebook, just jump over to YouTube. And with this being hill, I'm going to cut it off now with the understanding if we do have another set, we'll reopen it. But as of right now, guys, this is it. If you want in on the viewer advantage on the shopping spree, $700 Canadian. Spend it any way you want it at any of the Q Sports Live sponsors. qsportslive@gmail.com. If you're in Canada. If you're outside of Canada, just send a message to the Q Sports Live page.
8 ball goes straight in on the break. No surprise there. He's had that wing ball dialed, and the one sitting over the side. Look at this.
He gets kicked. The one gets kicked. It was hanging around by the 4-7.
He tapped on the table near the 4-7 like he wasn't happy to see those balls land there. That combination couldn't be any easier.
Yeah, that's...
The 4-7 is closest to the bottom right corner of your screen here. I'm pretty sure... I mean, do you roll forward and play the 2-9 combo next?
Oh, the dagger.
Just try to end it?
The dagger.
It depends. I think the run out is the right choice here because...
I don't know.
No, because as soon as you get on the 3, it's a walk in the park.
Yeah, you're out.
So he really only has to play one good shape shot because the 1 to the 2, that was not hard. So now the 2 to the 3 is really the only tough shot. The 5 leads you to the 6. The 7's going to be gone.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I may take a fly, and it really depends on the angle from the 2 to the 9, on what angle that lies and what that combination's like. And the only reason I say that, as close as what that 4-7 is, anytime you shoot a combination, funny things can happen.
Yeah, so he's like, when he lands on the 3, he needs to be like straight in on the 3 in the bottom left. So that way he's straight in on the 4, and he can control where the 4 goes after he makes the combination. But he's got way more angle than he wanted here. And now
this can still work.
It's tough to avoid running into the balls here.
Oh, Russ is left-handed.
And he's reaching, yeah, of course.
Oh.
I don't think it's too bad, though, because it's only just past center. Like, he can still reach this quite easy.
But for a right-handed player, this is even easier.
Yeah, you just lean
cut over
it
to the left and really draw the heck out of it off that right side rail back out for that 4-7 combo.
I think he's got too much angle to do that. I think that's actually a lot harder than it looks.
Oh, looking live,
yeah,
you are
I
correct.
think he can't avoid running into the balls.
I agree. I was only looking on the stream. I looked live, and that's a ton of angle.
Kurt says he hopes he runs. He needs to go practice. No way, Kurt. We want to see a second set. Come on. Clayton shut his Wi-Fi off, and that worked. I don't think that's what it was, Clayton.
It wasn't.
I hate to tell you.
No, that's on our end. We can see it.
Plays the safe.
Smart shot.
But has he got enough cover?
Nope. That's a fairly easy jump shot to at least get the hit on the 3.
He might not even need to do that. He's down looking real close at it.
So what do you do? Just thin the 3 light?
No, I think if he can see any of the 3, you can cut it in. He just needs the edge, and you can even spin it with right spin to change the angle a little more if you like. Big shot here.
Oh, he totally missed it.
Whoa, he shot straight into the 4. Well, that's a little bit surprising. I mean, that could go back to, you know, he's still a little mentally damaged from missing the 8 in the last frame.
It was a gift-wrapped match.
you
for Johnny to take
you
it.
couldn't ask for a better opportunity to win the match than what Russ gave him there.
Yeah, and to come out not doing that.
You know what?
It's going to gut him for a little bit.
Russ is looking at a 3-9 combo here. Russ is looking at a 3-9 combo. He doesn't like the 4-7, but he's taking the right choice here. You can't take the 3-9. You got to take the 4-7. I agree. You're going to land perfect on it.
Well, if you try the 3-9 combo and miss at the weight that you're going to hit that 3-9 combo, Johnny's out.
Yeah, you'd have to do something special with the cue ball when you did that as well, so it wouldn't be worth shooting. It'd be crazy. Johnny's a little rattled, yes, that is true. And let's see if he gets back to the table here in this tournament. I think good chance Russ is going to close this out. Yeah, and that's probably the tournament winning shot right there. And you can see by this 9, he's left-handed, so his bridge won't be awkward. He can get under this cue ball nice. Just wants to get a little closer to the 5. All he has to do on the 5 is play a stop shot. It's going to be over.
Although we thought the same thing in the last rack.
Oh, yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
Whoa, look at this. He went forward. He cheated it. And what's going to happen here? Oh, my goodness. Wow. It's not over yet, folks. He caught that with the not intended inside spin that he wanted. And now,
didn't I just call that?
Does he have to take on the cut? Yeah, what a good call, too. You
got to take on the cut here. You got to take the cut.
Russ has played timid, though. He might just play the safe here. He's been doing this the whole match.
Yeah, but
if been taking on the shot.
If you don't nail that safety.
Look at this. He's playing the safe. He's playing the safe, and he didn't get it.
Nope.
Wow.
And Johnny gets a free shot at this bank.
Johnny's got to use his one time here. I mean, there is a safe here as well.
Well, you can play the two-way, kind of.
I actually tend to like the safe. I usually wouldn't. But I think I like the safe getting the 5 onto the end rail.
Goes the two-way into the heart.
He needs it to go in. He needs, oh my goodness.
And he had his hand in the air from the second it hit the first rail. He knew instantly that was going 2 rails.
He needs to take a minute here.
I agree.
He needs to take a minute before he shoots his 6.
Yeah. Now the question is he straight in on this 6 ball?
I think he's got a little angle. I don't want to say, I'm not saying anything.
Nope. Wow. Wow.
What a shot.
Wow. I didn't even want to breathe.
Oh, man.
Right there.
I was holding my breath. I guarantee I was way more nervous than he was on that shot.
Wow. What a set.
They're going to play a second set on the bar box, guys. This tournament is not over yet.
We ain't finished.
I'm going to run to the washroom quick, guys. I don't want to miss a second of this. Maybe you guys should, too.
We've got to reset the cameras. We got to do a bunch of things. So we'll do a quick shutdown, restart. I know they're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. We'll bring the action back. It's now 8-ball on the 7-foot tables for the second set. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you go onto the Q Sports Live Facebook page. Make sure you hit the like button, or on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, because we're coming back. Second set. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back with the second set of the finals for the Barry Hooey Memorial. We'll be back.